got it for 3 reasons: right time, right place, and right God.
Is that fake chest hair?
Yes, it is fake chest hair. I did it so you could see the Star of David a little better.
That's really funny.
This is where the troops go in the back right there.
I'm having a really wacky, not even wacky, good morning, I would say, but I am having a better morning now that I am reunited with former roommate, my second Army guest of all time, by the way, first one in a real studio, so you'll have the spotlight to, showcase the Army and all of its great talents, but my brother in Christ, Mr. Binh Miner.
Yep.
Yeah,
How you doing, brother?
I wanted to make sure I had your last name right, because it's one of those where, we've been away for so long, it's like, is it Miner? Like,
Yeah, and you don't use it much, you go by the first name.
Yeah.
Yep.
I do remember your initials were BVM, though, so I'm like, I'm 99% sure it has to be Miner. It has to
Binh
be.
Van Miner.
It's a good
Initials?
yeah, it's a good flow off the tongue. The way the name flows. Like my first and middle name, Cody James. It goes nice.
Cody James.
Yeah.
What's your middle name?
James. Yeah, that's
Cody
my middle. Yeah, my first and middle name. So.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Do you want me to pull up just trying to find the video right now?
If you can, yeah. I know we're kind of
Okay.
double tasking because we're trying to do the show and then trying to get you to pull the video. But
Yeah.
for those who don't know, because, the only connection you have to the show is that you were just a roommate of mine, but who is Binh Van Miner? Who are you? What's your career? Who can paint the pictures to who you are?
I guess I'll go back to my childhood. I was born in Arlington, Texas. My parents came here from Vietnam, not knowing any English or didn't have a license, didn't have any money.
Mm-hmm.
So they came here really, really poor, and then they had me here when they landed within a year. So they came here like 1987. I was born in 1988.
Okay.
Grew up very poor, didn't speak English, and just trying to find any way to live. So they'll just they started a sewing company, started sewing for people because they knew how to do that back in Vietnam.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, I helped them too. I
Okay.
was 4 years old. Literally Asian sweatshop.
Yeah, I was about to say
When
they're
people
keeping
joke
it real.
about the Asian sweatshop, that was me. I was me and my brother, me and my siblings would be in there working.
No labor rights, straight abuse,
It was
just everything.
It was just in a warehouse in Grand Prairie, Texas. No one really knew about it. Just a bunch of Vietnamese people in there, just working. I was ironing, folding clothes, cutting threads, and whatever my parents needed me to do. Me and my brothers and sister did it.
Yes.
So we ran a sweatshop out in Grand Prairie, Texas.
So it sounds like you grew up with very, and I mean this in the more literal sense, not jokingly, but with a very Oriental family structure background, the typical Asian family.
Yep, you're very right about that. I didn't know English when I was in first grade. I failed first grade because not knowing English because we didn't speak English in our family.
Yeah.
And so I held back in first grade. That was hard. Actually, it was pretty funny. I didn't know how to speak English when I was in first grade, and when I was in class, I had to use the bathroom. I would look at my teacher and raise my hand. I'm like, in my head, I need to use the bathroom, but I don't know how to say English.
Yeah.
And she's like, put your hand down, or like, tell me no, not right now. And I really had to pee. So what did I do? I sat in that chair and I peed.
No
This is
way.
a true story. Right here, I was literally like peeing in my chair. And I'm like so embarrassed because like it flooded the chair, and it seeped to the side, and you can hear the puddle on the ground. And I was like, oh my gosh, what do I do? I'm like wet in this thing. So
Did it occur to just at least try to say bathroom in Vietnamese? Like maybe like it's a Hail Mary, but we'll send it.
I should have done it, but I didn't do that. I just kept quiet.
How do you say it in Vietnamese, if you don't mind me asking?
Actually, you know what? I lost how to speak Vietnamese because I was trying so hard to speak English. And also, another story. I am adopted now.
Oh, okay.
So I got adopted when I was 10 years old
Yeah.
to a American family. So it like switched. I didn't keep in contact with my original family, not my birth parents. I'm going to that story when I get there.
Okay.
You'll understand, like, what are you talking about?
No, yeah, I didn't mean to chop the trees real quick, or cut through too quick.
You're good.
Oh, and if there's any coffee brands looking for I need money. Okay, I'm getting into coffee. This shit. What is this? The Golden Eye from Dutch Bros.
The Golden Eagle.
Or Golden Eagle. Well, Golden Eye's a great video game, regardless.
So didn't failed, and that's another story. And then the second time I had to use another time, first grade. I didn't know how to, never taught how to use that word, how to use the bathroom in English, and I actually went to a computer lab to do some computer work, and I pooped in my pants. That's a true story.
So as a child, you shit yourself? That's what you're saying?
Yeah, I really did. At age 6. And then,
I will say, as a child...
It's so embarrassing.
Yeah, it's very embarrassing as a child, but if you're an adult and you've never shit yourself, like, who are you kidding? Like, stop lying about that.
This is pretty bad. And the teacher, took me to the office, principal's office, and had them call my parents, and my parents came pick me up, and it was very embarrassing. I guess that must be a Vietnamese culture thing. I don't know what it is.
What, to shit yourself in class?
No, because my parents came from Vietnam, right? It's very, very, they're very, I guess, traditional or very cultured.
Yeah.
Still, and not coming to America is different. I guess, I had, another story, me and my dad, my birth dad, were in Walmart. And I had to use it, go pee again, right? This is I don't know why this is coming up so often.
How old are you in this one now at Walmart?
I think I was like 4 or 5.
Okay.
And he's just told me just like a pee in the aisle.
What?
Yeah, my dad told me that. I'm like, what?
What do they do in Vietnam?
I guess they just piss on the side of the road. Honestly, I guess I never been over there. But I think that's what they do. Like they must piss everywhere.
I mean, I knew Vietnam was like kind of poor, but like not like, I mean, third world poor.
If anybody has been to Vietnam, they let us know if that happens.
Please, I would like to. Yeah. Has anybody fought in the Vietnam War who's listened to the show? I would appreciate it.
I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Anyways, so my dad owned a sewing company, and my uncle, his brother-in-law, my mom's brother.
Okay.
He was a teenager, and he was helping my dad out with the sewing business. And he would communicate with the American people. Like we would sew clothes for the mailman, the police officers. So they fold clothes for. I mean, sewing is it so? So I guess sew clothes for them, and my uncle would help communicate the because he'll translate for them.
Yeah,
because he spoke a little English, and then but my dad realized he was taking money from the business, like kind of going behind his back and taking money from the business.
Yeah,
and he started doing drugs and taking my dad's name and buying a car and opening credit cards and just ruining my dad's reputation that my dad worked hard for. He kept on doing that. I mean, still to this day, my uncle is in his 50s. He's still homeless, doing drugs, doing the same thing. Hasn't changed.
Yeah.
My uncle at the time was probably like 16, 15 years old when he was doing that. Mm-hmm. So he hasn't changed yet. So, and my dad got pretty upset, and my dad went over there to his house one night and tried to kill him.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it was bad. I remember my mom and dad were fighting one night. My dad was trying to leave the front door, and they're just arguing. And he had like a towel or a blanket, something underneath it. It looked long. I don't know what it was. I was 5 years old at the time. Mm-hmm. And then my my dad finally got out of the house, and I haven't seen him again since then.
Mm-hmm.
He went over to my uncle where he was living. He was living with my aunt, my uncle's sister. So that's my, I guess, my mom's sister.
Yeah.
And he knocked on the door late at night to come in, and no one opened the door, and he heard someone on this other side of the door, thinking that it was my uncle, and he shot through the door, and it hit my aunt instead of him.
Oh shit.
And then he got in somehow. He got in, and then he went to one of the bedrooms and found my uncle, and he put the gun against him and pulled the trigger, but the gun jammed.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow.
Gun jammed, and thank God it jammed, because it would have been way worse. My aunt is still living now, so thank
So
God.
she lived through that.
Yeah, she lived through that, so that's good.
Man.
Everybody's still alive, so that's good. And
Yeah.
my dad went to prison, and he was in prison for I think about 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
I was.
Is it like I assume attempted murder or something like that?
Yeah, I don't know the details about it, but yeah, he was in it for a while, and we would go visit him when I was younger. So from age 5 is when it happened, till 10 is when that time frame of us just living really poor.
Mm-hmm.
My dad was the sole provider, my mom was just helping him. So we really struggled a lot. It was me, my brother and sister, and another brother. So it was 4 of us at the time.
Yeah.
4 of us. Me, my sister Wei, she's a year older than me, and my younger brother Sang, he's 2 years younger than me, and then my baby brother Star, he's like 10 years younger than me.
Wait, his first name is Star?
Star, yeah.
That's kind of cool, actually.
Yeah, I wonder why my parents named him Star.
Mm-hmm.
But cool name.
So I think I'm just now picking up the connection. So was Vin your last name, like your Vietnamese last name, but then when you were adopted, it became Miner? Was that the...
Dao was my last name.
Dao, okay.
Yeah, Van was always my middle name.
Oh, okay.
So Binh Van Dao was my last name,
Mm-hmm.
original name, and then Miner, Binh Miner is my new name because I got adopted at age 10. So
yeah.
So so during that period of time, living really poor, we went to school every single day because that's our way of eating. We lived off the
like the free lunch in the...
Yeah, the free lunch in the cafeteria.
Yeah.
So we never missed. We had perfect attendance because that's the only way we ate, because we didn't have food at home.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, we were really poor. I mean, so poor that when our power and electricity would go out and water go out, we would have to borrow water from our neighbor to go flush our toilet. So grab a bucket, fill it up, and then you pour it in your toilet and flush it. That's how you flush your toilet.
Jesus, man. Like, you would almost think that some of this... I mean, I know people still live like poor in the U.S., but some of this still sounds like, like you're in Vietnam in a way.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't have power and electricity most of the time. Didn't have food. We would open the fridge, and it's so bright in there because it's so white. It was empty.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how we survive, but I think God definitely took care of us during that time. So during Christmas time, my dad in prison, he would sign us up for a program called Angel Tree. When you are a single parent, you qualify for this program called Angel Tree. Is that during Christmas time, organizations like churches or at the mall, you'll see a table that says Angel Tree.
Yeah.
It has Christmas tree around it, and on the Christmas tree there's an angel. It's a sheet of paper or a little sticker. It says, Ben, age 10, he wants an art set and khaki pants.
Mm-hmm.
So the organization called us, hey, what do you want for Christmas? And we each give them, you pick one toy and then one clothing item.
Okay.
So I picked the art set and then some khaki pants. And my sister and brother, I forgot what they picked, but so they picked it out, requested their gifts, and then people like me and you or somebody just walking inside Walmart or the mall, pick up an angel, and you'll buy them a
shop
gift
for it, yeah.
You shop for it, and then bring it back to the organization, and they'll distribute it to us. So actually, those angel trees, they actually get those presents. So I highly recommend every Christmas, be looking for angel, and buying the gifts, because it affected my life.
Now, what does it say about me if I want to be the one who gets like angel shopped for, if that makes sense? I mean, I know I'm a 27-year-old adult who can provide for myself, but I can't exactly play with toys. It's a bit childish, but
Yeah.
you could always use some nice clothing pieces.
Yeah, it's for a child, so and you have to be poor and having a single parent.
Okay.
So these so no one bought our gifts. Our gift was still on the tree. So the people who ran the organization was Brian and Tammy. It was at a church out in Arlington, Texas. They bought our gifts because no one bought it, So they're the one that in charge of that organization at their church, and they bought our gifts, and they give us a call. Hey, we got your gifts. Come to this location to come pick it up. And we told them, like, we don't have a ride there. We didn't have a car.
Yeah.
So they came and picked us up.
You guys have those little Vietnamese mopeds you drive around?
I wish. That's better than nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But they came and picked us up, and then took us there. We walked in, and because we just, our childhood's different. We never left the house.
Uh-huh.
So leaving the house was kind of cool, like.
Yeah. Like you're going out on an adventure.
Yeah, like you're going on vacation.
Yeah.
Just leaving the house. So we went there and just like, seeing all these people and all these kids, hearing Christmas music, seeing, dessert and food, which is like, what? This is so cool. But I realized that's normal for most kids growing up in America.
Mm-hmm.
So we met Brian and Tammy. There's these beautiful young couple. They're newlyweds, or I think at the time they're married for like a couple years.
Yeah.
They're probably in their early 30s.
Okay.
At the time, like 31 or 32 at the time, and it was four of us, my four of my siblings, including me. They had food for us. They had our gifts. We opened it and played with it, and they took us home that night. And Brian, the husband, gave us a card, his business card, and he has a number on it. Like, yeah, if you guys ever need anything, give us a call.
Wouldn't it be ironic if that business card was also for a sweatshop?
That'd be funny.
Like, I don't know if this is what we need. But
Yeah, actually, it was a construction, like a painting, like a contracting business card. So
okay,
maybe he wanted us to help him work.
Yeah, moving on up in the world,
I got
baby.
four Asian kids. They could work free labor.
Painted the wall faster.
Yeah. So no, so Brian and Tammy dropped us off. They're the one that ran the organization for that church.
Yeah.
And give us his phone number. And we didn't have a phone, so we would have to go to the payphone if we ever needed to call him.
Yeah.
This was back in the year was the year 2000 actually.
Okay.
Year 2000.
Nice. Y2K.
Going into 2001. So that was Christmas. April, I think it was like it was fast forward to May when school's about to end. In the springtime, me and my brother were watching SmackDown, WWE.
Yes, sir.
Did you ever watch that?
Yep.
It was Thursday night, and sitting on the ground because we didn't have a couch, watching the TV, and all of a sudden we heard a loud flashbang grenade go off. I didn't know what it was at the time, but I heard a loud bang in the front door. It's like from here to that door over there.
Well, that's a massive jump to the story.
Yeah, I was 10 years old. My brother was like 8 years old. My little brother was a baby. He was like 1. My sister was like 11, and then my mom was in the back room. And at the time, we were living with my mom's boyfriend. He lived with us, so my mom was having an affair, was cheating on my dad when he was in prison, obviously. And yeah, flashbang went off, and then a battering ram
Yeah.
broke down the door. It was when the door broke open, the front door just flew out and hit the TV.
Damn.
And then you just saw just tons of police officer geared out in like helmets and body armor and assault rifles and goggles, and they went through the house. They skipped me and my brother. I guess they already knew that we weren't a threat, so they went past us.
Yeah.
With rifles drawn, there's literally like 20 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Came through the door, and they threw another flashbang grenade in the hallway, and that scared my mom and my little brother who's crying bloody murder, just crying, screaming, and then
No, I know you're probably going to hit on it, but like, why are they doing all this? Because from what I've heard so far, it sounds like you just have a poor background. Your dad's in jail. You went to a church to get like clothing and toys.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden the police want to come in and like raid your guy's house. But I'm like, wait a minute. Like where along the line, like are you guys like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So at the time, I was young. I didn't know what was going on. At the time, there was guys, men coming in and out of our house.
Yeah.
Just like daily, like different races, black, white, Mexican, Asian, like all different races. I thought it was my mom's boyfriend's friends, but now that I'm looking back, like it was drug trafficking.
Whoa.
Okay. We lived in a drug trafficking house, like a trap house, you call it.
Yeah. Okay.
And the windows was foiled and had blankets covering it.
Okay. Yeah.
And then no furniture in the house, and then seeing people. Again, I thought it was normal. Just seeing people in the corner.
Like, this is a weird thing Americans do, but all right.
Yeah, seeing people in the corner, random stranger in the corner of our house, just tweaking out on, like just talking to himself and shooting up. That's what I remember seeing. I'm like, but to me, this is normal because I grew up with that,
Yeah.
Going.
How do I tell them I need to go to the bathroom?
Going to the garage. Yeah. Yeah. Going to the garage and seeing like vials, like clear tubes,
Yeah.
Realizing that, I guess, I don't know what it's called, but clear tube with some type of metal on the bottom, like maybe some metal sponge on the bottom.
Metal sponge.
Yeah, I don't. That's some deep drugs. I don't know what that is.
Okay. I think I'm thinking of something else.
A crack
pipe?
Yeah, it's a crack pipe. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. It's what it is. A clear crack pipe.
Yeah. Okay.
A bunch of those in the garage.
I just want to say we haven't gotten to your military career yet, but so much action and drama and
Yeah.
like adventure that you're living right now. You're being qualified for the world that is to come.
Yeah, this job. I mean, this story is crazy. Now looking back at it, I thought it was normal at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So it threw a flashbang grenade again, and then you just see a bunch of guys just running out of the house, running out in the backyard, climb out the window, and then just the police just tore up the whole entire place looking for money and drugs, and they arrested a bunch of guys. I didn't know. It literally just looked like a bunch of men like cockroaches running around.
Yeah.
It happened so fast, and they arrested like I think five guys in there, and found a lot of money and a lot of drugs and a lot and weapons. And I didn't know there was weapons in the house.
Damn.
Yeah. So that was crazy, and they took him away. Took my mom's boyfriend away. I remember the cops sit down with my mom and us, my siblings, and trying to keep my mom and us together. If they didn't keep us together, then we would have been separated. My mom, she never did any drugs. She was just dating the wrong guy at the time.
Just around bad people.
Yeah, she never done drugs. She was never a part of it. She just was just there.
Yeah.
But she did try to work to make ends meet. Just help sewing for other people and other companies, and so I actually had to help work too. I was 9 years old. I was a janitor at a school at 9 years old in America. This is in Texas.
Well, you were just helping out like with janitorial stuff, or
So my mom's friend is a janitor at a school, and obviously we needed money for the house or money just to live, and I thought that was normal. The kid go work with people.
Yeah.
So what I just went, I helped. That's what they call it. But I know something. Hey, don't tell your teachers that you were working last night. I'm like, okay. I was 9 years old, but I realized now that's not cool.
No.
I should be in bed sleeping, but I was up past 10 p.m. Close to midnight, working as a janitor. Vacuuming classrooms and changing out trash, and yeah, that's what I did at age 9.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm glad that happened because it made me to a hard worker now.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that happened.
I would assume there's a lot of, street smarts, a lot of maturity that,
Yes.
acquired through those.
You're very right.
Decade.
It does help with my life now.
So how does it tie into you getting into, because I think what you told me was it ended up bringing you to the Army at one point,
Yes.
bringing you in. So how does it tie in
So Brian gave me his business card, right? And we called him. Well, we came back. Next day we went to school because, we got to eat. After all that.
No, yeah. After
go,
all that stuff.
We got to still go to sleep, still go to school, eat, learn. And we did pretty well in school, actually, after all that going on,
Well, I would hope so. You're Asian. That would still qualify.
That's probably what it was because I'm Asian.
Yeah.
Came home, and then, the house was, taped off, caution tape, and then there's a poster on the wall, on the house, saying that, drug house, stay away, don't trespass. Came in the house, obviously the door was broken, so we just walked right in, and everything was moved out. We didn't really have much, but you can tell the house was emptied even more.
Okay.
No one was there. My mom wasn't there. I'm like, what do we do? Mom's not here. There's no cell phones back then.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there was, but we didn't have a cell phone.
So was your older sister and you just kind of leading the charge here? Like, where do we go?
She's 11, I was 10, and my brother's 9, and little brother's 1. And
okay, yeah. So you guys are, at least the 3 older ones are the same age.
Yeah. I guess my mom took my youngest brother. So I guess we got to call Brian. Got his number,
Mm-hmm.
So we walked to a neighbor's house, knocked on the door. Hey, we got to use your telephone.
Yeah.
So we called Brian, and he immediately came and picked us up.
Okay.
Picked us up and then took us to his house with where he lived with Tammy, and they had 2 little basset hounds. I remember walking in the house, they were barking, and it scared me out. I never seen a dog before. Yeah, we didn't know at the house, so we didn't really see much dogs. So it was scary seeing 2 basset hounds barking at you.
Mm-hmm.
Came in, and then they set up an air mattress for us in the spare bedroom, and we all stayed there for the night, and they were trying to figure out what to do with us. And so days come to weeks, and weeks came to year, and they enrolled us in school. I was entering junior high, so we stayed with them. They became our, our guardian at the time, and took us in and took us to church.
Mm-hmm.
We had bedtime. We had dinner time. We ate food at the table. It was, I guess that's a normal life, normal American life.
Yes.
And to me, it felt like I was on vacation again, because we would walk to school all the time as a kid. 'Cause my mom never woke us up. Actually, at age 4 years old, I would set my own alarm clock.
Yeah.
And wake up to go to school. My mom and dad never woke us up or got us dressed. We dressed ourselves and went to school. So my Brian and Tammy driving us to school was like a luxury. Like, what? We get to drive to school. Like, we don't have to walk anymore. So they'll drop us off and go to school. And my mom or Tammy would pack us lunch, a lunch box, and packed us lunch and made a sandwich and some chips,
And I assume where the story goes is they ended up becoming your guys' adoptive parents.
Exactly. Yep. They became our adopted parents. And
Wasn't that a beautiful, poetic Christian story?
Yes. Very, very loving, selfless, amazing people. But yeah, the fact that she made us lunch every day was, again, like I feel like I'm at a 5-star resort.
Yeah.
You know, we all play sports. You know, my parents, or Brian and Tammy, put us in sports and let us play sports, and which is cool.
Mm-hmm. So it sounds like you more or less, you know, after being in this kind of poor, you know, Asian American, like unknown background, you know, you kind of, I don't want to say unknown, but it was definitely like there was a cultural difference you guys were in.
Very culturally different, yeah.
And now you're being transitioned into a much more assimilated kind of.
Correct.
Yeah, and a more assimilated lifestyle, you'd say.
Yeah. So, and then we like, I guess for a couple of years we just asked Brian and Tammy, can we call you mom and dad? So since then we call them mom and dad.
Okay.
And and then we got a hold of my birth mom. She signed us over in front of a notary guy. So we just signed her rights over to Brian and Tammy. So Brian and Tammy had the rights over us and became our parents.
Dope.
Yeah, so that was great. And how I got into the military, because Brian was a veteran. He was prior Navy.
Please tell me he was in Vietnam. That'd be so interesting.
He was not old enough at the time. He's born in 1969.
Oh, okay.
So his dad was during the Vietnam War.
Okay.
And he was in the Navy too.
Whoa, that's kind of worse, I think, if the granddad fought in Vietnam. And then he sees like his grandchildren. Like, who would have ever thought? Like, in an ironic twist of fate.
That is funny. Yeah.
I'm sure that, like, obviously it's, you know,
but we were on the good side. We were at the South Vietnam, so that's the good side.
Oh, hey, even better. Yeah. Freedom fighters. Isn't that great?
So my Brian's dad was prior Navy, and then Brian's great grandfather was prior Army. He was in the World War II.
Oh.
And actually in the Leaning Tower of Pisa? Yeah, he was in that thing. Ran up the stairs with the bullet holes in it.
No shit, really?
Yeah, I think till his death, there's still bullet holes in it. Yeah, of course, and it's still there, and he was in that building.
Wow, okay.
So it inspired me, you know, like seeing my Brian's dad and great grandpa in the military and telling their stories kind of inspired me to do it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So went through high school, you know, played I wrestled in high school and played football, did track, cross country. Brian, he loves sports. He always played with us outside.
Yeah.
Throwing football and playing basketball, kickball, hockey. We played so much sports with Brian. He taught us a lot. Took us to church, and he's the best dad in the world. Great dad. He's till his day, he's so great.
No, of course.
Amazing. Yeah. And so that's how I joined the military.
Okay.
After high school, recruiter got to me. An Army recruiter got to me first. I wish, looking back, I wish it was the Air Force recruiter. But yeah, joined the military. First, I signed up to be a tanker. I'm like, I want to drive a tank.
Okay.
Blow things up.
Yes.
So, did that. Signed up for 19 kilo. That's a tanker, Abram 1 tanker, and then realizing my recruiter's like, you sure you want to do that? Like, what are you gonna do when you get out of the military? Like, you gonna drive a bus? I'm like, that's a good point.
I mean, I'll drive it if it's got I don't know what you call it, like a turn on it.
Yeah,
like if I can shoot stuff with the bus, then yes, I will.
So he had a point there. I'm like, you're right. So he's like, why don't you try aviation? Like, you can get a good job when you retire from the military. And so yeah, I score high enough. My ASVAB score was high enough to be in aviation. I chose to work on Apaches.
Okay.
So I was a 19.
Which
15 Romeo.
I will say that explains a lot of, because you have a lot of cool photos that you sent me of you being in aviation, and that does check out.
Yeah, that was an Apache.
Do you mind? Because I noticed this. So you sent me all, and we'll put the photos up. So Is one of these photos, there's you standing with, is this your brother? One of your brothers?
Yes,
there?
that's my younger brother.
Okay, because when I first saw this, I just want you to know this. I'm looking, I couldn't, I almost felt a little, like, terrible because I'm like, wait a minute, which one's Bin? But then it clicked to me that your guys are brothers, and I'm looking at this photo. Bin's on the right. I want you guys to know this. Doesn't Bin, and I'm sure your brother's a great guy, but you look like the handsome Squidward version of like your family, and then your brother looks like an actual like in the jungle Vietnamese guy to shoot at.
Yeah, it looks very Vietnamese.
Yeah.
Show them the picture.
Okay, yeah, we'll pop it up here. Look, I mean, look at that, like that pretty Asian face, the jawline, the everything.
That's
isn't
funny.
that, you look good, dude.
I appreciate it, bro.
Yeah. Was he Army too? Like, what the uniform?
He was
that?
Army. Yep. He came in as an officer.
Oh, okay, that's the uniform
So
difference.
I was the guinea pig. Like went in as enlisted,
Okay.
and they realized maybe you should come in as an officer instead.
Yeah. Learn from your mistakes.
Yeah. He definitely learned from me. Yeah. He went as in captain. He's airborne. He did airborne. I think he tried air assault too. Tried Ranger, didn't make it to Ranger.
Okay.
But yeah, he's better than I am. So I joined the military as a 15 Romeo, Apache crew chief, repair.
Yeah.
Combat support, and then went to basic training in 2007. Basic training was fun.
Okay.
That's my favorite part of the Army.
Real? That's your favorite part?
Favorite
of it?
part.
Really?
Loved
The
it.
basic training. Endeavor on this. Indulge.
Because
me, please.
I love playing sports in high school, and growing up in a rough childhood. Just our fun was being outdoors, just like in a creek or throwing rocks at each other, fighting each other. Just boys being boys.
Yeah, physical, competitive, that type of thing.
Yeah. Got a lot of fights with kids at school, and where was I at? Brother.
Something about boot camp being fun.
Yeah, boot camp being fun. Yeah,
Yeah.
boot camp was fun because it was we ran. Which is, I know it sounds weird, but we ran in the morning. We worked out in the morning. I love fitness. I love working out.
Oh yeah.
So that was fun, running and waking up early and just getting hyped up and getting amped up to go running and do push-ups and sit-ups and just train. That was fun. And then going to the gun range and shoot. Like, what guy doesn't want to go to the gun range?
On the government's dime, by the way. I mean,
Yeah.
We're getting our tax dollars back from Uncle Sam, that crook.
So, yeah, going to the gun range during basic training is fun. Like, you shoot guns, and we shot, was it 50 cal machine gun, shot AT-4 rocket launcher.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, when you were a 15 Romeo, like after boot camp, when you were in, did you get to shoot anything, even though you were a mechanic?
Shot the saw gun, the M249. I was I carried the grenade
203.
The 203 with I had the M16 at the time. Yeah, I always volunteered to carry the most badass gun. Like,
Yep.
no one wanted to carry it because they're heavy. I'm like, give me the heavy stuff.
Like that's why no one's gonna remember your name when you start thinking of stuff
if
like that.
If I get a chance to shoot a grenade launcher or a saw, I pick me. Even though I was like the smallest guy on the team, but I wanted action.
I love that, the Napoleon syndrome.
Yeah. So yeah, basic training was fun. I had a great time.
Yeah.
Did well. I think I scored the highest in PT. Scored like a 375. You can score. Or you're Marines.
Yeah. Oh, so you're talking? What is it? The ACFT score that you guys?
Yeah.
have, or?
I guess the highest score is 300, but if you do extra, you can go past that.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah,
I did not know that.
I hit 100% on everything in my run, my sit-ups and push-ups, 100%. But if you go extra, which I did, I went extra and you score. You get each point more on each one of them.
Okay.
I have to find the video and pictures and show you another time because
that's okay.
there's tons of pictures and videos that I took.
You don't have to be on this show only one time. Whenever I come back, you're more than, or if you come to New Mexico, we can have you on multiple times.
Okay.
If anyone wants to be a returning guest, please, I encourage you. Come on, we have stories to tell. We have money to make, if anything, please. I think I like it holding it like this.
Basic training, and then got to left basic training, went to AIT school. where you learn your MOS.
Okay.
So that was
How long was your MOS school?
19 weeks, which is considered long.
Okay.
Because you have to learn all the things about the Apache. Which
You
is
have
a
to
lot.
learn how to repair a fucking helicopter
Yeah,
and an airplane.
attack helicopter. Basic training's over, AIT, and AIT was okay. It's more like a classroom base, less shooting guns and less. There's PT, but it wasn't as intense as basic training.
Yeah.
Really,
it wasn't as intense as basic training, the PT?
I
I mean, well, I guess that makes sense.
training isn't like like in basic training. You have land nav, and you have marching. You had drill and ceremony. You had
like
FTX,
a constant part of your life.
Yeah,
in a way.
camping out, more rough.
Yeah.
Whereas AIT was more classroom based, and then PT in the morning.
AIT. Okay, I'm thinking of something. I thought you meant like when you were in in your job in the fleet kind of thing like that.
Yeah.
But I guess that makes sense though, because when you're in your MOS school, you have to sit down and actually learn the technicalities of your craft. You have to put the not to say the physical stuff isn't important, but it kind of needs to be put secondary at that time.
So that AIT school was okay. It's been good to learn, and then graduated, and then went to Fort Hood, Texas, where I was stationed at.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I chose that place.
I've heard a lot. I've heard so much about Fort Hood.
You get 3 wish lists of where you want to go, and I chose Fort Hood.
What were the other 2?
I don't remember. I really wanted I wanted Fort Hood because I was dating someone at the time. And I wanted to be close to her, which was
pardon my French, but you were pussy whipped, as they say.
Yeah, that's very true. I highly recommend any young guy in their early 20s just be single. Like, go find yourself, go travel, go experience life. Don't be stuck to a girl.
Have an adventure, mentor your Marines
Unless
or
you
soldiers.
really want a family that early, then go for it. But I highly recommend if you're in the early 20s, go find yourself. Go do things. Go make mistakes. Go travel the world. Go do Ironmans. Find Jesus most of all. That's most important.
Yes.
But if you really want a family that young, then go seek a lady. But I think,
speaking of which, I don't want to spoil. Well, this episode is going to come out way after you post it, though. It's going to be a little bit.
Yeah.
But you actually did get engaged recently.
Yes.
Yeah.
Got engaged 2 weeks ago. Proposed on a volcano in Indonesia.
A volcano in Indonesia. That's kind of. I mean, that's kind of badass in and of itself. It's pretty cool.
I love adventure and I love seeking it. So I was like, what's the best place to propose? Like on top of a volcano.
Yeah, low key. If I were the woman, I'd feel pretty threatened because, like, if I say no to this, there's a high chance he's gonna push me into the volcano or something like that.
Well, she didn't know, and I guess if she didn't make it, then I wasn't gonna ask.
Yep.
But she made it to the top with me and my friends and proposed. It was great. Second marriage. I was married before.
Wait, you were married before?
I was, yeah.
I did not know this about you.
In the Army.
Oh, okay. Well, please tell me.
Most veterans were prior with a lot of military guys do get married in the military mainly for the perks. Honestly, I think that's the main reason, and I guess to be with their lady.
Yeah.
But got married in the Army, and the marriage lasted for a year. I was not a man back then. I was young and I was lost and I didn't have Jesus, so that was the main problem. I didn't have Jesus.
Yeah.
Now I do, so I'm definitely way more mature, way more wiser, more wise, and this time around is me way better.
Yeah.
This is gonna work.
Did you find Jesus when you were in the service, or?
So Brian and Tammy took us to church when I was 11 years old. I was introduced to Jesus when I was 12,
Okay.
They took us to church camp, and that was fun. Church camp had girls. So
yes.
I was into girls. I mean, thank God I'm into girls, right?
Yeah, you'd hope so.
Yeah. So I was, church camp was fun, and then was big into the church growing up because they're Brian and Tammy.
Mm-hmm.
It was a Christian church, and that I didn't really know who Jesus was,
Mm-hmm.
but I definitely was introduced, and it was a seed was planted.
Yeah.
In the military, I try to go to church when we could and try to read, but I wasn't into it as much as I am now.
Yeah.
Um,
Like I assume was it not, because it wasn't when I was in, but it wasn't like the main focal point of your life.
yeah, it was the main focus. It was like
second or third.
yeah, third or fourth actually. Yeah,
Okay.
pretty much whenever I need him,
Yeah.
I would pray to him.
It's almost like being the, what do they call it, the celestial butler?
So,
kind of?
yeah, so really, pretty much no. I didn't know who Jesus was when I was in the military. Got out, so I got out of the military. Got divorced. Got out of the military, and I was like, oh man, I have this freedom. I'm not in the military anymore. I'm not living with my parents. I'm on my own. So I like me being adventurous guy. I explore the world, like whatever I wanted to do. And so I explored the world and did a lot of things. Got into some bad things. Got into drugs. Yep, got into drugs. Got into partying. Did a lot of that for a while. I think for like 5 years.
What was the drug of choice, if you don't mind me asking?
Because
Because this is a show for degenerates. I mean,
got into tried Molly,
okay.
ecstasy.
Mm-hmm.
Tried weed. Didn't like weed. It put me to sleep.
But you just,
Yeah, I was like,
I guess you are adventurous. If you're talking about doing Molly and ecstasy, and you're like, yeah, weed's for punks, dude.
yeah, weed made me very sleepy. I always pass out
Mm-hmm.
when I smoke weed. Tried cocaine.
Damn.
Didn't really like that.
Okay.
I don't know why, but I know why people do it, because to sober them up.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm pretty jittery from the coffee right now, but I can't imagine if I did blow, the top of my head blow
Yeah,
off.
I don't recommend it. Probably those drugs is just a waste of time. Like, guys, don't ever do that. It's just a waste of time and waste of money, waste of your health. It's just not good. So don't get into that.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God I'm sober and don't do that anymore. Yeah. And then I so did the partying stage for 5 years, from 25 to 30 or 25 to 29. Just I got lost coming home from like after parties, going to the club, going to after parties, and then coming home in the morning, like at 6 in the morning, and just coked up and drunk, and you're just lost. I'm like, what am I doing? I literally drove home one night and just sat in my car in my apartment complex and just like bawled my eyes out to Jesus. Like, what am I doing? I need your help.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like rock bottom. I'm divorced. I was in school at the time in college. Wasn't doing good because I was partying. And so I was divorced, not doing good in school. I was partying. And I also had anger issues too. Just coming out of the military.
Yeah.
A lot of guys who were at war. I guess I didn't explain that.
Oh yeah. What years were you in, by the way?
I was in from 2007 to 2015.
27 to 2015.
Deployed to Iraq when I was 19. I skipped all that. Deployed to
Yeah, that's a pretty juicy detail right there.
Deployment. Forgot about that. I deployed to Afghanistan when I was 19. Remember when I got to Fort Hood, Texas, my station. We were getting ready to leave. Like, it was like 6 months. Like, the unit was already training to leave. So I got into the unit, and they were training to get ready to deploy. So I got into that.
And these aren't like just any, like these are because 2009 to I think 2013, those were like the active years of when Iraq and Afghanistan were really popping off.
Yeah. I think, it was still going on. The war was still going on in Iraq. And I was 19 years old, and we're getting ready to leave, and got on the plane and took so many flights over there. It was like the longest flight in the world. We slept so much. I didn't know where I was because we didn't have a cell phone to look at your Google Maps. Where am I? But just.
Plus going over all the time zones too.
Yeah.
It's like your body has no clue what it's doing.
Yeah. So you have your two duffel bags. When you deploy with two green duffel bags, one up front, one up back, And you got your battle rattle, your helmet, your body armor, and your rifle, and you're just carrying that all the way until you hit Iraq. You're just sitting there on the plane. First, it was a commercial plane leaving from Fort Hood, Texas, to Maine, and then Maine to, I think, Germany. I think from Germany to Iraq was a military plane. I think it was like a
C-130?
C-130 probably.
Yeah.
I didn't know my planes at the time because I was just entered the military, 19. But yes, the most uncomfortable ride ever because you're in a cargo net.
Yeah.
It's like you're a package.
Yeah.
In a cargo net. So I'm like, you're hunched over, you're like this, and you're shoulder to shoulder with all the soldiers, or you're packed in there like sardines. You know, it's just like an uncomfortable ride.
Yeah.
Long ride. It was horrible.
Yeah. No customer service on these.
No, there's no flight attendants. You know, no nice bathroom. Just one bathroom. There. That's it. There's no food, no drinks. You just gotta suck it up.
Yes, sir.
So we landed. I never landed in Iraq on a Air Force on a runway, and it was dark outside, and jumped off the plane. I'm like, crap, we're here.
Yeah.
19-year-old guy in war. Like, it was an awakening. Mm-hmm. Like, it was like, wow, I'm actually here.
Even though you've already been in, because like maybe you didn't realize it yet, but I would imagine being around, the drug dealers, knowing that your dad did what he did, being, surviving a flashbang at like 10 years old. I mean, did you think that you're at least somewhat battle hardened going into this?
Yeah, I wasn't scared or anything. It was a wake up call. Like, it's time to get serious. Like this is the trainings, all the basic trainings over, the AIT school's over. The little training I had at Fort Hood is over. This is the real deal. There's no screwing up. Like,
you now see this is reality. Like, this is an actual thing occurring.
Yeah, you can't really make mistakes because there's people dying. So you gotta do your job correctly and right.
Yeah,
and 100%. So we got there, and we slept on a we slept on a flight line. Like after active runway, it was like fighter jets taking off next to us. It was.
Now, when you say you slept, I mean, were you actually falling asleep with this or no?
Well, we slept, but there was a tent on the flight line, and you hear jets going off, like fighter jets going off, and we were next to a dog pound. The military dogs.
A dog pound?
Yeah, they were just barking all night. Like, so. You had to sleep through the fighter jets going off, which is super loud. You ever heard a fighter jet taking off? They're extremely loud.
Yeah, of course.
And then dog next to a dog pound.
Oh, dude, screw that.
So like, I'm like, the first 3 months, like, how are you supposed to sleep? Like, I didn't really get sleep the first 3 months.
Now, you can say this is a bad racist joke on my end, but like you obviously can't do anything about the fighter jets. But with the dogs barking, do you just part of you think, dude, let's just kill these things and grill them at this point, dude? We got to shut them up somehow.
We need those dogs. They're our battle buddies. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so finally got used to the dog barking and fighter jets taking off.
Yeah.
This is like 3 months in, and yeah, you just get used to it. Mm-hmm. Get used to sleeping in that condition.
Now, being an aviation guy, I mean, I assume, were you not like, I mean, I guess you weren't like in the heat of like the fighting, or maybe you were. Did you go through any firefights? Were there mortar rounds coming in, or what was the extent of combat, if anything?
We're more combat support, so we worked on the flight line. Yeah, and we're just supporting the ground guys. So when the ground guys call us in, like they need our help, we would launch our Apaches, and then our Apaches would go out there for support.
Okay,
and blow the enemies up.
Yes, sir.
So, but yeah, Iraq was a good experience. We would get attacked at. It wasn't as busy as my second deployment, Afghanistan. Afghanistan was way more fun because it was more action.
Really?
More.
No, can you expound into that? Like,
action as like there was more. Threats at the time, yeah. Mm-hmm. We would get our base. I was in Kandahar.
Kandahar, okay.
Kandahar,
province.
In Kandahar airfield base in Afghanistan.
Mm-hmm.
We worked with a lot of NATO, so there's like some Australian army was there. I think they're
Oh, wait a minute. Was Kandahar like an actual? Because I read Stuart Scheller's book, and he might have. I think he made a reference to this. Was it Kandahar's an actual base, right?
yeah, army base.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Or army, no, it's the Air Force base. Yeah, but it was Army and Air Force there together.
Uh-huh.
And some Marine, not a lot of Marines, but a lot of different foreigner allies. Like I say, I saw Australians, I saw Canadians, and I think that's it that I remember. It's pretty cool because different countries had different rifles. So the Australians were carrying the UGs.
Oh yeah, I've seen those.
AUGs, yeah, those are pretty cool looking. And then Canadians, I forgot what they were carrying. Probably the same thing we carried.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Afghanistan was way busier, way more action. So I enjoyed that. It made time go by faster. We would get attacked every day, pretty much, like rocket attack, mortar attacks into our base.
Okay.
At first, like you find a bunker, you run to the bunker. My first couple months there, that's what you do. Get down when the sirens go off, because there's a siren. It reads when mortars and rockets hit our base, or you also hear the CRAM go off.
Yeah.
You know what that is? It's the CRAM.
Oh no, I'm
like
thinking of something. I don't know what it is.
Air defense weapon machine where it shoots down the mortars and rockets when it comes in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a big machine. I had never seen it, but it's a machine. You hear.
Okay, sounds like a turret.
Yeah,
sort of.
It shoots down the rockets and mortars.
Well, okay.
It's pretty cool.
So you were pretty well alerted if something was coming your guys' way.
Yeah. You can hear the rockets and mortars coming, actually over your head, and it would hit every day. But it happens so often, like every day, that you get used to it. Like, well, there's no. You just stop running.
Yeah.
You just honestly just stay where you're at and don't freak out, and if it hits you, you die. I mean, there's no.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but because when a lot of these, especially the Taliban, when they shoot the mortars, like I'm a mortarman, so I can kind of speak on this.
Perfect.
Like they don't really know, like perfect example. One of the things they do is if they want the mortar to get more distance, they'll figure out a way to like chip off fins off the mortar, or they'll take out any like not C4, but the like the charges off, or like powder or anything that's inside. But they forget that's what actually makes it explosive. So it may go farther, but then it won't go off, or it'll be a dud round. They don't really know the technicality of how to use it. So it's not like, even though they shoot it, they're not very effective. Was that like a similar situation? It's like, the mortars are coming, but it's like, okay, they're not going to hit me. Or if they get anywhere nearby, they're not going to pop off. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, they'll actually explode. I seen one explode one next to our where we slept. It blew up a hole in their bunk bed.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
But we realized that we would shoot back at the target, but there's no one there. It's like they have like a timer that's attached to the rocket.
Yeah.
So they'll set a timer on the rocket, and then it'll shoot when the time's done.
Yeah.
It's a system they have over there. The enemies would have, I guess, an alarm clock and attached to the rocket or mortar, and it goes off and it shoots, but no one's there, so it's pointless to shoot back.
Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm talking about?
I haven't actually seen it, but I think I understand what you're saying. It's like they'll set up the weapon system to fire, but then they leave, so that way they're not exposed at that position.
Yeah.
Okay.
More of a pussy way to do it.
I mean, it's if you're a counterinsurgent, it's smart. I don't blame them. I mean, you're trying to, what would you call it? Kind of like the colonial militiamen from back in the day. It's hit and run tactics.
Yeah.
Just trying to. I will say, if anyone was in the Mujahideen or the Taliban, you're more than welcome to come on the show if you want to talk a little bit. I don't know how I'm going to get you out here if you even have internet access, but
I'm pretty sure there's some saved ones. Some are.
I will say there's a lot of Arab, Middle Eastern people running around in Arizona, and I mean, just a lot of them coming across like into the United States. I'm sure one of them was bound to have been there. I'd love to have them on. Just don't kill me while you're on, please.
So what's next? Where am I? Afghanistan was fun, and then the deployment was 12 months long, so it was pretty long. Deployment sucks because like you don't get to see your family or friends. You don't have the freedom to go anywhere. Like, oh, let me get some Dutch Bros, or let me drive to the gym. Let me go to to drive where you can't. There's none of that. It's deployment. You work 24/7.
Yeah, you're isolated.
24/7.
I will say though, not to cut you off, I've heard some of these bases though, especially with Kandahar. Don't some of them have stores or big chain places there?
Where we stayed at, they just had a gym and the defact. So I literally walked in the triangle every single day. I go to work on the flight line, and I walk to the defact where we ate, and then walk to the gym.
Yeah.
The gym's like a tent gym. It's like a big tent, and it had like wooden floors and just weight equipment's in there.
Okay.
Which is pretty cool. I was in there a lot because that's all you had to do. So I got into bodybuilding out there.
Which I will say, very, very fit man, by the way.
Thank you.
Very, very well. You put a lot of work and discipline in.
I've been working out since I was 8 years old.
Okay, that explains it.
Yeah. I think going to I don't know why going to elementary school and then having recess. Mm-hmm. The kids were
let's pull up that bodybuilding photo, by the way. I mean, chiseled. I mean, that is dedication. That is peak male physique and athleticism right there.
Thank you. I was 20 at the time.
You were 20 then? Okay.
Yeah. Got into bodybuilding and lifting because all we did was lift weights, work, and eat and sleep.
Yep.
For a year straight.
Mm-hmm.
It was fun. But no, I started working out when I was 8 years old. We were poor. We didn't have toys to play with, or we didn't have PlayStations or video games. Mm-hmm. So just worked out.
Yeah, just put like two bricks on the end of a broomstick. Just fucking. Yeah.
I think because my birth mom, when she punished me, the Asian culture, they don't really, they discipline you by. She had me on my knees holding like phone books out like that to punish me as a kid.
What?
Yeah.
Dude, what kind of tiger mom punishment?
I know. So I thank you, Mom, for that because it made me love resistant training.
Love resistance.
Because of that. So I guess you want to punch your kids, have them hold things.
Dude, now that I think of it, if you ever had like junior guys or like soldiers that you had to like that were under your wing per se, did you ever haze them or punish them in that regard?
No, I didn't do that. Didn't do that at all. Mm-hmm. What's next?
Where was I going with? I know I did have a question unrelated to it, but I'm kind of
Afghanistan, right?
Oh yeah. Well, I was gonna say, because you did 8 years. You did
8 years, yeah.
Afghanistan.
6 years active and 2 years reserve.
Oh, really? Reserves? Okay.
Yeah. That's like, do you want to do 2 more active? I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm ready to get out. Mm-hmm. Deployment was good, but I don't want to. If they pay me $500,000 a year, I don't remember when I was getting out. I was like, if they pay me $500,000 a year, I still wouldn't do it.
I was gonna ask. Do you regret, or well, not necessarily regret, but everybody always looks back on their time in because it's a huge culture. It's its own ecosystem when you're in the military, regardless of what branch. But do you ever miss it when you look back on it, or did you have those moments when you left?
I just miss my buddies, battle buddies. There's only miss is my battle buddies.
You miss the clowns, not the circus, as they say.
Yeah, your battle buddies because who you fought with and worked with and did everything with. Actually, I'm still friends with those guys to this day. Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, I'm glad I got out and that's right. I got into partying. Right, got into partying and drugs. Don't do that.
Hey, you do what you want, folks.
I don't recommend.
Life is short. Enjoy it.
Don't drink alcohol. I guess don't binge drink alcohol. Don't do drugs. Don't party. It's a waste of time. So I hit rock bottom. Oh yeah, okay, hit rock bottom. And a friend invited me to church. I'm like, anything will help me right now. I'm rock bottom. I'm divorced, not doing good in school, and so a friend invited me to church, and then I agreed to go to church with him and just see what it's all about, And I started going every week. It's like a 1-year program. This is to help you with your struggles. So
yeah.
At the time, everybody was dealing with pornography. Some people were dealing with pornography or cheating or whatever they were struggling with at the time.
Yeah, some type of vice.
Yeah, mine was partying, right? So I it helped me get out of it. So the more I was going to that church and they were And then we would break them into small groups, and then we'll talk in a group, and then help each other and pray for each other. And I started going I didn't miss a week because it was good for me, and I liked it.
Yeah.
And then that's when I got really close to Jesus. Like, he saved my life. I was in a good spot at that time.
I am a little curious just because, I mean, like because you grew up in a very Asian culture, at least in your early part of your childhood. From what you've said, I don't imagine it was probably a big deal, but like, was there religiosity or spirituality, anything when you were with your birth parents? Because like, Vietnamese people are mostly Buddhist or something like that, if anything?
Buddhist and maybe Catholic.
Oh, really? Catholic?
Yeah.
Okay.
My parents my birth parents were Catholic. We would go to church, and that's it. I didn't really learn anything. I just remember getting on my knees a lot and standing up, but
holding out phone books.
Yeah, up and down, up and down.
So it was never really on the radar when you were a younger child then?
No, it just pretty much kind of fake. I would call it, just saying, "Hey, I went to church. I'm baptized. I'm good." So yeah. I learned that growing up, and I thought, all you got to do is just go to church and call yourself a Catholic or Christian, that you're a good person. Mm-hmm. That's not the case.
And so what Christian are you now? Are you like non-denomination?
Non-denomination. I go to Trinity Church right here in Scottsdale, Arizona. Great church. Mm-hmm. Pastor Mark Driscoll, great man, speaks truth, speaks the Bible. Mm-hmm. Most churches don't do that. Mm-hmm. But if you're looking for a church, Trinity Church in Scottsdale is a great church to go to. So the group I went to, it changed my life, saved my life. I no longer wanted to be, didn't want to do drugs anymore, didn't want to party anymore. Yeah. Changed my heart, gave me a new life. And after completing a year of that program of going to church, this was out in Dallas, Texas. It was called the Watermark Church in Dallas, Texas. Okay. Great church. I got baptized there. The pastor asked me before he baptized, do you want to receive Christ? And I said yes. And then he baptized me, and since then my life changed. I didn't change person, man. The person I was before Christ, I was just not a good person. I was a liar. I was a cheater. I didn't treat people nice.
Dirty, rotten sinner, as they say.
I was a big sinner, yeah, big time, and I was not a good person. But now that I have Christ in my life, and He changed my heart, gave me new life, and I just want to give back to everyone and help love on everyone, mm-hmm. and help anyone that needs help, and lead them to Christ. Absolutely. So I go now. When I got saved, I got hired out here in Arizona at Boeing Company. Mm-hmm. They hired me. I think it's from God gave me that job. Gave me a new life, new place, new people and friends, and start my life over again. Start fresh. Yes. And so I love it out here in Arizona. So Arizona, Texas. Arizona. From Texas to Arizona. I love it out here. Gonna plan to live out here and be here for a while. Mm-hmm. Found a church. I was at the gym, and some guy saw me, excited, and then just filled with joy. He asked me, I guess he talked about why you're so happy, whatever. Like, I just left church and had a great service, and just really happy. Yeah, happy for my life. I got a job at Boeing. I'm a new believer, baptized again, have a new life, and my finances are good, and just a new life, a new heart. Yes. So just life is great, and then ever since, been out in Arizona for 6 years now. I moved here in 2019, right before COVID, and everything shut down when I came down here. Yeah. So I worked a lot of hours, just trying to make money and
persevere through it all.
Yeah, and that's when I met you.
Yes.
Met you 3 years ago, 3 years ago, right?
2021, May of 2021, I think, was when I moved into.
Really?
Yeah. Dude, that's insane. 4+ years.
Wow, time flies.
An entire enlistment worth of time.
Yeah. So that's where I met you, and then I just worked a lot out here, worked a lot, and went to church a lot. Men's group men's group at Trinity Church is great on every Tuesday at 6:30 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
There's always a men's group, just hundreds of men who need Jesus and want to know Jesus. We all go there to gather together, and we listen to Pastor Mark Driscoll preach and speak, and then we'll sit in small groups, and we'll pray for each other, and then we'll help each other how can we help each other if you need help with a job, or you're dealing with anger, or dealing with lust, or dealing with cheating, or dealing with drugs, whatever you're dealing with, we help each other.
Support.
It's a support system, yeah.
Okay.
Accountability group. So I've been doing that ever since I moved here. Never skip a week because it's so great.
I love that.
And yeah, my life is great now. I just wanna get married, wanna start a family, and wanna have kids, and wanna help the world. Honestly, anybody I run into, no matter who they are.
As what I think that's what the translation of the gospel means. The good news. You want to share it?
The good news, yeah. The good news is,
and if you don't mind me asking with that, because we're kind of toward the end to wrap up, but I'm gonna switch it up a little bit. So
Okay.
we usually end off with you give advice to everybody who's listening that is currently in the service, reserves, active, officer, enlisted, whoever it may be. But at the end, after that one, I want you to take me to church. I want you to tell the group here why they should, so give the advice to the people who are still in, and then after that one, I want you to tell people why they should, I guess bear your testimony, as they would say, why should people, put their faith in Jesus and surrender to him.
Actually, I'm going to church right after this, like at 10 o'clock.
Oh, this is perfect warm-up for you.
Time
All
up,
right.
yeah. The gospel is that
let's do the service member one. Let's do that.
Oh, service member?
Yeah, so what advice do you have to give to anybody who's listening right now that's still serving in the military? Anything you could give to them? It could be gospel stuff if you want to, but what would you give them?
Is to seek Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I found Jesus sooner in a younger age. See Jesus, he would change your life for the better. So that's my advice. And then when you get out, just avoid doing drugs and alcohol.
Yeah,
I think a lot of veterans get out, try and do that, and that's why you see a lot of homeless veterans, because they have no direction. So if you have Jesus, he would direct your path.
Yeah.
So that's my one great advice is seek Jesus.
Yes, a good role model.
Read
good
his word.
Spirit.
Read the Bible. You find a church, get plugged in. Find a good church, a Bible teaching church, and get plugged in.
Okay.
That's my advice.
And so, why should regardless of who's listening right now, why should anybody, if they're thinking about Christ, if they're maybe a Christian already, or whatever opinion they may have, why should they accept Christ as their Lord and Savior? As a Christian, what would you have to say to them to why should they get started?
My life before Christ, I was nothing. I was lost. I was broken. I was doing drugs. I was in alcohol. I was not a good person.
Yes.
When I found Christ, and after Christ, when I received Christ, and afterwards, my life is great. It's amazing. I'm full of joy, full of happiness, full of peace, full of energy and excitement, and all. My purpose in this world is to help people find Christ and help better their life.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. Without Christ, you are nothing, but with Him, you can do anything.
I love that.
So
social media. Do you have anything that you want? Like, where can people find you? Do you have anything that you want to promote or plug or anything like that?
my social media, I'm on Instagram, and it's bin_traveling. If you want to follow me and reach me out there, I'd love to help you in any way.
I love that wordplay, by the way. Been traveling.
Yeah, I do like to travel. I think been traveling my whole entire life, so that's why I enjoy traveling now. So now I love to travel on my free time. That's my hobby. What was the other question?
Oh, yeah, just anything you want to promote, plug, or, if people want to follow you on social media.
The gospel, you said the gospel, right?
Yeah.
So the gospel is we're all born sinners because Adam and Eve in the beginning sinned against God, and they made us, and then now we're all sinners because of that. The world is doomed, and we're all going to die, and but God sent His Son Jesus to the world as human flesh, and lived a perfect example, a holy example, a sinless life, and he died on the cross for us because He was a perfect human being, and he died and to save. He died on the cross for our sins, so that we can have eternal life if we believe in him and repent of our sins.
Mm-hmm.
It's really that simple, guys. It's just believe in Jesus and his story, and that he died on the cross for us, and repent of your sins. It's all you have to do. It's a free gift. You just got to receive it. There's nothing.
Yes.
You can't earn your way to heaven. You can't earn your way to God. You can't do this and do that to earn your way. It's a free gift. It's already given to you. You just got to receive it.
Mm-hmm.
Receive his word. Receive him. That's it. Accept him into your life, and that's all you got to do. You can do it. You do it right now, this second. Anybody can. You don't have to go to church. You don't have to do anything. You can do it wherever you're at, in your car, on your walk, in your bed, whatever you're at, just at your desk.
You don't need to be perfect. You just have to.
You don't need, we're
just
all
put in the
sinners.
effort.
You don't have to be perfect. Just accept him and repent of your sins and find a good church to get into and so you can learn more about him.
I didn't think you'd take me to church, but I think you just did.
Yeah, I highly recommend it for everyone. And but yeah, so he died on the cross, and then if for us, if you all you do is believe and repent, you will be saved.
Yes.
Being saved from hell.
That might be the title of
Yeah.
this. Believe and repent.
That's a good one. That's all you gotta do.
I think we're going to title this episode that.
Okay.
Well, Ben, dude, this reunion overall was just really, I wish we had more time, but it is the Sabbath day, so we got to get going to practicing what we preach, as we say.
Yeah.
But I got to go drive. We need to get you to church. But Ben, I can't thank you enough for coming back on. This is a great reunion for us to have.
Thank you for having me.
All right, everybody, thank you. We're out of here.